Hey everyone, this is Kevin T. Rodriguez, film critic of iCritic.net, and we have another little unboxing. It's kind of funny. I know I said I wasn't going to do a lot of unboxing videos, and then I started getting things that I wanted to unbox because it's usually unique. And the funny thing is, we're going to unbox something that I don't know what it is. Now, you probably know what it is because you see the YouTube title, because obviously by the time you're watching this, I filmed this, I've opened it, but I just got something from Kickstarter Fulfillment Center. I don't know what this is. I just did the MXPX opening, and I knew what that was because they had their MXPX logos on the package, but this just says Kickstarter Fulfillment, so I don't know what this is. Is this something from Shenmue 3? Is this something from Kimagure Orange Road? I don't know. I think this might be a sign that I'm just contributing too much to Kickstarters. I should probably slow down. But hey, you know what? It's always a victory when you contribute to a Kickstarter that actually sends you something. So let's open it up and see what I got and if the rewards were what I was hoping they would be. You know, because again, I mean, I unfortunately was a part of the Kickstarter for Mighty Number 9, and that, yeah, that definitely didn't work out as well as I would have hoped. This is a little bit trickier to open. So, hey, it's like Christmas. So, let's see here. Alright, so this says CD. I think this is a Kimagure Orange Road. I think I'm pronouncing that correctly. So, let's see here. Alright, I am correct. So, I pledged fairly early on to the digital media Kickstarter to get the Kimagure Orange Road manga released, and well, the very first thing I can already say is disappointing because one of the rewards was a CD, and that's what it is. It's just a printed out broken case. Despite how much that was protected. So it's funny. It says not for sale. I don't think I could sell this anyway. Izumi Matsumoto presents music story. So interesting that he's like the first name on there. We definitely got to talk because I already remember up front that this was going to be a disappointing rewards. So there's a CD for that. It's nice to see that digital media is finally getting around to shipping the rewards. Let's see here. We got, what is this? I think, what is this exactly? I think these are bookmarks. Yeah, I think these are bookmarks. So here's one we got. And another, they're magnetic, which is pretty neat in my opinion. Yeah, they're magnetic, I think. Yeah. And although it should be noted, geez, already a mess up. See, I guess I'll glue that one on later, but yeah, so at least this one's all right though. And kind of the main show, the first omnibus, although it should be noted that one of the rewards was a digital copy of this, which I have since read months ago because it took them forever to get these out. But this is a very nice book. I would have preferred the other books as well, but, you know, and why didn't I select other books? Well, we'll get to that in a moment. This is a letter. We'll read that letter last. Let's open this. And we have an art book. There's actually some nice art in here, but this is still a little disappointing when you factor in what was going to make this disappointing up front. Now let's read the letter to see if they address what my problem was going in. Oh, it's not a letter. It's just a bill. It is just a bill, as well as a thank you note from Digital Media. Now, here's the problem. I forgot exactly how much I contributed. I think it was close to $100 though. And the reason I contributed that much is because this and this were supposed to be signed by Izumi Matsumoto, who created Kimagure Orange Road. Now, the story goes that Matsumoto-san got sick. He got very, very sick and was hospitalized, and Digital Media even apparently sent representatives over to see how he was doing, to see whether or not he would be able to be signing the rewards. And he was able to do a few sketches and sign a few things, but otherwise they pretty much said that, you know what, he can't sign the things that were promised. You will be getting a copy of his signature on these things. Like, I think that's a copy of his signature too, which, yeah, the CD. We're definitely going to talk about the CD. So, and, you know, I understand that when it came to he was sick. I understand that. I really do. We get sick. Sometimes we can't do things. I wrote an email to them saying, like, you know what? I would rather wait an extra year and have those items signed than, because that's what I was really buying. I wanted the book signed. This is not something I would normally buy. I certainly would not have contributed all that money to it. The CD, which I expected to be like one of those professional CDs, this is definitely not worth a whole lot without the signature. And now that I look at it, even now, maybe this wasn't going to be worth much even with the signature. This is a very, very cheaply made CD. But here's the thing. I emailed them and they said, well, we can't give you a refund, but we can give you 15% back on your Kickstarter contribution. Which I wrote back and said, well, here's the thing. I really don't need these items now. So if that is all you can do, I will take the 15% off. But you know what? I noticed another reward. If these things are not going to be signed, I will take the other reward for the exact same amount of money. And that was the entire series in book form, because none of that was going to be signed anyway. So I told them I would rather take all of these than, you know, keep the rewards I have. If you can't switch it for whatever reason, I will take the 15% back. And I never heard back from them. And the thing about this is I'm actually, frankly, you know how I said at the beginning, I joked like it's always a miracle when a Kickstarter succeeds and you get something back. I should note that I kind of feel that way with this, because DMP, that's what they're called, right? DMP. Oh, by the way, this is cute. I just saw this back here, funded with Kickstarter. That's adorable. But DMP, well, yeah, Platinum Manga by DMP, yeah. They've actually lost their license to do business in California, and I'm thinking it's because they had 2 Kickstarters that they were woefully behind in shipping out rewards. So I think they had to ship out the rewards before they could actually continue business to show that they were actually providing the service that people were paying for. So there is some recourse on Kickstarters. Not a whole lot, but there's some. So I am glad that I got something back, and I guess I'm not going to get a 15% discount. And I'm clearly not going to get my signed merchandise, which I am such a huge autograph fan that's why I have the Autograph Hound channel. And anime and manga autographs are always some of my most treasured possessions, because it's very unlikely you're going to meet them otherwise. So when you can do it officially through Kickstarter, I love that. But I contributed a lot, mainly for signed items, and I got the items, but I didn't get them signed. And I mean, this is a nice book, but the thing is, I'm going to probably look through it once. I'm going to put it away. This, I'll rip the MP3s and put on my iPod, but this does not look good on the shelf. And this note, I guess I'll keep the note with the book. Just kind of put that in there. That'd be nice to kind of have as a memento. As for the book, I'm glad I have the book, but again, they sent me this months ago digitally, so there's not even anything for me to read right now. So, yeah. DMP, I guess thank you for giving me something. It's nice to know that my money didn't go to waste. At least I've also got these bookmarks. I'm pretty sure these are bookmarks. I'm going to double check later on. Overall, a little disappointing though. I would have preferred like an apology note as well, because you know very well I didn't get the rewards that I wanted. Maybe legally they can't do that. Maybe sending an apology note for things you didn't get that you contributed to, maybe that opens it up to legal problems. I don't know. But yeah, I got the book, and hey, you know what? I've been wanting this series to come to America in manga form for a long time. The TV show came years ago. It's been out of print for a long time. And this is one of those classic romance series, and I'm glad that people have the option to buy it now. I'm glad it's available, even if I kind of got shafted a little bit. So anyway, now I pass the question to you. Did any of you contribute to this Kickstarter? What rewards did you not get? Because I know there were rewards you didn't get. In fact, I think I was even supposed to get a beach towel, and I don't see that anywhere. So maybe I didn't get that. If there is something added after this, it's because I looked at the Kickstarter and found out that, yeah, there was stuff that I still didn't get. I guess we're going to look at that. But what about you guys? Any of you contribute to this? Did you get anything? Did you like what you get? Were you happy with the compromise? Did DMP ever give you a 15% discount? I would love to know. So comment below. Like, favorite, share, subscribe. If you enjoy my videos, consider becoming a Patreon member. And as always, flame responsibly. Have a good one, or I might see you in a minute or so. All right, everyone, I'm back. I have to add one more thing to this, and then this video will be over. So I went back to the Kickstarter page and found out that, no, I guess I don't get a beach blanket or, you know, towel or whatever the heck it was. That was a higher tier. But I was a little surprised. Like, it's coming back to me now, but I pledged way more than $100. I pledged $170. And that is not normally an amount of money I would pledge for a Kickstarter thing, but here's why I did it, and this was one of the reasons this was so disappointing. So underneath what you get, it says an thank you, which, you know, pretty useless, but I got it. A KOR, wallpaper, which, you know, that's that picture that you see on the left. A thank you card from the president of DMI. Now, that little piece of paper, I guess that was that the thank you card? Because that wasn't a card. That was a piece of paper. Like, not a very, it's like a very easily destroyable piece of paper too. Like, I would have preferred like a card, especially for contributing that much, but you know, whatever. The Omnibus Volume 1 Digital Edition, which, you know, I got and read almost a year ago. And then you have the Omnibus Volume 1 Print Edition, which I have, and yeah, it looks nice in all fairness. You have 3 different bookmarker magnets, which, you know, that confirmed my suspicion. They were bookmarks. And then the 2 things where things became a big problem. You had the KOR Music Story Soundtrack CD signed by the author, and the KOR Artbook Emotion signed by the author. As you clearly saw, neither one was signed by the author, although that CD, it looked like they tried to print it on. But that was just a bad CD in general. That's a CD I don't think anyone would have paid for under any other circumstance. And then you have the book, which was admittingly a heck of a lot nicer than the CD. But it's still not something I would have paid. You know, here's the thing. I did not want the art book per se. I did not want the CD per se. The only reason I got them, and I pledged that much, was to get them signed. And they aren't signed. And so I could have gotten what I really wanted out of this for a $20 pledge. Now, of course, I should point out that, yeah, that's on me. This is the risk you take with Kickstarter projects. You give them money and you hope things will work out. And, you know, yeah, they gave me the stuff, but since 2 of the items were not what I expected, I did want some compensation. Now, again, they offered me a 15% refund. I offered them this because it's like, I realized that under $170, that would cover getting all the print books for all 8 of them. And I said, you know what? I don't really want the art book or the CD at this point if they're not signed. Why don't you just give me the rest of the books, which, you know, that would be worth $170. That's pretty much what they would retail for. And if you absolutely can't do that, give me the 15% refund that you promised. They did neither. So DMP, I'm sure you've heard this a lot. I'm very, very disappointed. I'm very disappointed. And again, I know that, you know, people get sick. And if Matsumoto-san is sick and couldn't sign things, you know what? Hey, I don't understand, but you really didn't do much to smooth the tension. So if you kickstart something that I really want to see come out again, I know that you'll make the books, so maybe I'll throw 20 bucks your way to get the books. But honestly, I'm not going to be able to trust you again that we're going to get the rewards that we want. This was just like a big middle finger. Like, not only that you wouldn't compromise, that you wouldn't respond to emails, but yeah, that CD was kind of like the last straw. That has no value whatsoever. That was like a homemade CD. And you even had the nerve to put the not for sale thing on it, as if anyone's going to actually try to sell this. So overall, very disappointed. But hey, at least people have Kimagure Orange Road that they can buy now. So yay for that. I'm glad I could help that happen. But yeah, DMP, bite me. This was a pretty big disaster in my opinion.